thought I was progressing the right way until my parents enrolled me at RaK's for my IGCSE year 1. Having learned differently until then, I quickly realized this 21st century learning approach would catapult me to take greater strides and point higher. The school truly believes that this system of education ensures that every learner gets the space to grow. Some quicker, some slower, but grow in team, including me. I'm proud of what I've accomplished in my IGCSE. But more than the results, I take pride in the journey I traveled at RaK's, questioning, ruminating, contemplating, and eventually quelling the unknown. It was a sea change, and of course, a sea of change too. But I like it. In fact, more than I like it. Because I feel I've been given all the year to step into the future. Thank you, Cambridge, and thank you, RaK's, for helping me soar higher.
For the first few days, I sure thought I had entered uncharted territory. I had completed grade 7 in CBSE grade. But here, the concepts are presented differently, the classes are conducted differently, and the home assignments given are also different. As though this was not enough, the assessments were also against the grain. It is an understatement to tell that I was unprepared. I was worse than a deer caught in the headlights. It was not segway, far from it. It was a transition full of life, energy, challenge, and vigor that has made every day of my school life, right from stage 8, meaningful and appropriate. It is impossible to list out all the things I have learned in the past few years, but I would just say my perspective has changed. Now I just don't learn the facts merely, but I question why it has been accepted universally. I research extensively and deliberate on the inferences and deduce a logical conclusion to the hypothesis. I call this skills for life, and I am pleased to have learned this in the past few years.
I was quite young when I switched from the Indian curriculum to Cambridge. It sure was a paradigm shift, a profound change which helped me to surge forward and upward with my mind developing wings and flying to distant horizons. The educational model here at RaK's is perfectly suited for me. It challenges me to think and come up with solutions, defend my decisions, analyze the positives and negatives, and come up with a logical choice. I have to say my uniqueness is given a special priority here, and I dare say I have carved myself the proverbial niche with this educational model, and I wouldn't settle for anything less.
I joined RaK's 3 years ago. The previous system of learning allowed me to study and memorize everything given in the books and the notes, whereas here we learn something new every day and explore a lot. There's a sizable difference between studying and learning. When I joined here, I found it really hard to get on par with others. In my previous curriculum, I used to study all these subjects without knowing the meaning of the passage or the essay, so I was not familiar with many key terms or vocabulary. But in this curriculum, the whole concept was to create a new learner and to make us write whatever we learn using our own words. There's no material to memorize. Each day we learn something new. Also, in my experience, I have never found myself under stress because I was balanced with both learning and with other extracurricular activities too. Computers are my passion, but I was not supported with it in my previous curriculum because we never used it. Our only tool was our textbook. But in this board, the textbooks are just a part of our learning. We use computers to research and learn rather than just find and memorize whatever there is in the course book. There, we go to many places and learn practically. There we study, here we are learning, and it continues. I got a life of learning in this curriculum.